Hey guys, so today's video will be an open and frank video about why I sold my Vanguard funds and just my reasoning behind that, and maybe what I did with the money. If I feel like sharing, I will include that in today's video. So I sold in 2024 alone. I sold over £11,000 worth of the Vanguard funds that I held in my Vanguard ISA. So let's get in today's video. Hi, my name is Miranda, and if you're new to my channel, on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving, and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, then please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get in today's video. So this is the investing segment of my video, and I should preface this by saying that I'm not a financial advisor, so everything I do say in this video is not financial advice. Please take it with a pinch of salt because I'm doing what makes sense for me based on my own personal research. So you shouldn't just be following some people on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever social media and take that as financial advice. So with that disclaimer out of the way, oh, I think I got something in my eye. With that disclaimer out of the way, let us get in today's video. So why did I sell my Vanguard funds? So initially back in January, when I made the decision to sell some of my holdings, it was because I needed the cash. I have a lot of investments in property and all of that good jazz, but I think it's only in stocks that I could release it quickly enough for the financial goals that I needed the money for. So life happened. That is literally the bulk of it. Life happened. So life lived, and I needed to access that money, and instead of taking out a loan or putting the charges on my credit card, I opted to sell some of my holdings that I had with Vanguard within my ISA. And I chose my ISA because my after-tax money that I invest in there, the growth that this account sees is tax-free. So it made sense to me that I definitely go that route than going to other general investments account like my Plum, like my Free Trade, or the investments that I hold in the general investment account with my employer. So this is why I decided to go with my Vanguard ISA, because that seemed like the better option for me. Obviously, me selling some of my holdings in that portfolio means my portfolio growth is stunted a little bit because I've taken money out. So that money that's out doesn't have any opportunity anymore to grow on the market. So I don't even know how to explain this, but it's sad, but it is what I needed to do for myself. So back in January, I sold my global accumulation fund, and I think it was almost 7,000 or 8,000 pounds at that time. So I took out approximately 6,000 pounds from that fund, leaving about £1,000 in there, but then after the fees and all of that good jazz, I received 5,964 and 54 pence. So that is what I took out of my fund. And then I used that money for various things, paying off credit cards, paying off for big bills that came up in my life with respect to my rental properties and just life in general. So I did that. Then last month, the month of April, I also decided to sell my S&P 500 holding, not the whole thing, just part of it, and I sold 5,000 plus pounds, and I got in my account 5,186 and 31 pence. That's from my VUSA, so the S&P 500 with Vanguard. So I saw that, and in total, selling the global index fund, global accumulation index fund, and the S&P 500, that all totaled up to 11,150 and 85 pence, which obviously is a lot of money. And I was actually looking at my debt tracker within the Ultimate dashboard, and I noticed that I have been able to send, since January, I've been able to send over £16,000 towards my debt. So this includes my personal loan, my advance mortgage, other small bits of loans that I had, credit cards, and all of that good jazz. This surprised me big time, but yeah, that's how much I've been able to send towards the debt. So I definitely do not regret selling the funds that I sold, purely because for the funds in the financial year 2024 into 2025, if I had the money and I wanted to, I could put back how much I have sold with respect to the S&P 500. So this 5,106 and 31 pence, if I have that money available in the next however many months, we have 11 months left before the financial year ends, I can put that money back into my portfolio if I wanted to. Obviously, the disadvantage is that the money, I have taken it out, so it's not gaining anything for me because it's already gone to something else. But if it was in a portfolio, then the market would be doing what the market does. So yeah, but honestly, I went down that route because I wanted to, and I decided I didn't want to take on any more loans and any more debt whatsoever. I was just going to see how I can pay for the emergencies that happened in my life using that. If I wanted to, I could have used my emergency fund, but right now, with the state of the world and rising cost of living, I could not afford not to have an emergency fund on hand, because nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow at all. So I was like, no, let's go to the ISA instead. Ooh. Oh, I just had a coughing fit, you guys. I need some water. So yeah, so now my account is not as beefy as it was last year. Okay, hold on, you guys. I need to get some water because, yeah, I'm about to choke, I think. Okay, I'm back with my water. And I've lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was saying before, but I'm just going to continue where I'm thinking I said. Essentially, I decided better for me to sell some of my holdings in my ISA, because that's tax-free money, one, than taking out a credit card or a loan, because I already have enough of those and I don't want to pile on. The state of the world at the moment made me rethink touching my emergency fund and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't touch my emergency fund. But also, if I'm honest, my emergency fund did not have £11,000 sitting there for all of the things that I needed to take care of. So I am okay not to have touched that money and just gone somewhere where I know if I am able to, in the next 11 months, I can definitely replenish what I've just taken out. And as a long-term investor, I'm not too concerned at the moment, if I'm honest. But I've also made a promise to myself that at least for the next 12 months, I cannot touch the ISA again. I think I've remembered where I was, and that was, right now my portfolio is over £16,000, which is similar to what I have in my SIP, about 16,600 or thereabouts. I put screenshots of all of this throughout the video, but yeah, because I believe when I ended 2023, in my ISA, I need to go back to my tracker and just find where I was, but I was definitely way ahead of where I wanted to be. So, oh my goodness, where is it? 2023 net worth. All right, so I ended, yeah, December 2023. I ended at 24,482 and 15 pence. So I was definitely doing really, really well with that 24,000. And now, what am I? 8,000 pounds down. Yeah, so let's see, 24,000. I can't do quick math. 24 minus 16. Yeah, about 8,000 pounds is what I have taken out of my my portfolio, and then I have made contributions since then, but also market growth as well. But yeah, so that is the reason why I decided to sell some of my Vanguard funds, because it made financial sense to me to do that. So right now I still have the same funds that I've been investing in since 2020. So I do have UK equity ETF, so that one is now my largest holding. Then I have emerging markets, then I have high yield ETF, then the global accumulation fund, and then the S&P 500, so VUSA, invested in. So I am okay, and I'm happy that it's definitely above 15,000 pounds. So now my goal for 2024 was to reach 30,000 pounds in my ISA and other general investment accounts. Looking at my tracker from 2023, I already reached that, so I don't know why I still went for the same number. But in any case, I will have to readjust my 2024 goal for the ISA. Right now it's at 16,000 pounds. I'm hoping by the end of the year I could be back at between 20 and 25,000 pounds at the end of the year. So we shall see, but this is the plan, the new plan and the goal for the rest of 2024. But yes, you guys, I sold over 11,000 pounds in my Vanguard ISA, and I do not regret it. Definitely wished I didn't have to, but it was better than taking out another loan in my eyes. So yeah, that is it. That is all I wanted to share in today's video, you guys. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.